Well, well. Hello, chat. Hello, I see you there, chat. All 22 of you. How are you doing this Saturday night? This fine Saturday evening. I hope you can hear me. I hope the volume's alright. Everything looks alright at my end, but yes. Yes! Hello! Some wild rocket. I think I'll be alright for the moment. I literally just woke up from a nap. I thought I was doing quite well. I was doing quite well all day. I thought, yeah, I'll easily be able to stay up until midnight. And about an hour ago, I went for a nap, and yeah, I made it. I woke up on time. If I seem a bit groggy, that'll be why. It was good. It was a good nap. I set 2 alarms to wake myself up. Anyway, last stream, I dropped in all these solid colours. So now we just need to change these colours to these here shades. And I'll show you how. I got my shading behind it. I got the solid colours on here. I change this to hard light, like that. Obviously it's not right. We want it to be like that. It looks like that, as you can see, but we'll merge these layers. Go on, you can do it. Alright, let's grab our FX stack. Color replacer. So I've moved this up here. So we're going to want to change this one to this. Do you see that? And then we're going to want to change that to that. And we can apply those across all the frames. Let's see how many more of those we can get away with. The blues are okay. The blues have come out. Well, let's just make sure. Let's make sure the blue. Yeah, the blue is correct. Make sure we've got the right green. And I believe that's yeah, that's matching it. So now I can, as you can see, it's working across all the frames here. I can select all of these, all 108, and just apply those. And yeah, it's looking alright now. We just need to add a highlight onto this visor on the helmet, and then we'll be looking pretty good. So yeah, I used to do all of this by hand. I would do all the blues and all the yellows by hand, but I found it just much easier to just shade everything in grayscale and use that trick to just like put all the colours on. Excellent. You can hear me loud and crystal clear. Fantastic. Yeah, so I think we just need to add a couple of blacks into here. Wow, this music is not going to help me wake up, is it? It's not going to help. No, this is more like it. crank the volume up a bit. I haven't. I wonder if that would. I wonder if that would work. Blurring the colours. Some of my lines are a bit blurry. I mean, it looks a right mess when we get in this far. And the only trouble with colour replacer is that sometimes you get stuff like this. We do have like a bit of an orange halo around it. But I mean, it's worked fine for here, it's worked fine for here, it's worked fine on the blues as well. So you know, if it was really bad, okay, thanks OBS. Apparently OBS decided that we needed to disconnect and reconnect. Nice, very nice. So yeah, if it's really bad, you can just turn the expand up onto 1 and just do that, and I've found that works quite nicely. I really don't think anyone's going to see this at 100% though. I mean, this is 100% and then it's going to be downscaled from here, so yeah, I think it'll be fine. Yes, we lost a few. Well, we didn't lose any frames. It's telling me it didn't drop any frames, so I'm not sure what that disconnect was all about. We don't usually get those. I don't have anything open down here that could be, you know, leeching my bandwidth. Damn it! Come on, you can fill there. Oh, okay. There we go. So yeah, we will just get these pure black areas in, and then that's this done then, I think. Thank you, Wiss, for the 15 bucks. How's it? That donation goal is actually moving when people donate stuff, isn't it? Like that did go through, I think. Look, Abe's here. With message retracted. What did you say? What did you say? That YouTube decided it had to go. But yeah, we're from what I can see, that that green bar is filling up quite nicely, isn't it? Maybe we can knock it out of the park this very stream, and then the next stream, next Friday, I could have my face on the screen. Can you imagine it? Where's my lines? Where's my lines? We've got a we had a line, a stray line. I'm thinking of getting kind of a, I mean, I'm not making YouTube videos with a webcam, so I don't need something super high budget. It's just going to be in like the bottom left of the screen. But I'm thinking of getting like, I don't know, like a £50 one that, I mean, it's going to be way better than the one I've got right now, at least. I think I've mentioned in previous streams I'm using an original Xbox, like the very first generation Xbox webcam here. So I mean, how old is the very first Xbox to ever come out? It's pretty old now. So it's a very blurry thing. Oh, is it? Did it disconnect again? What the hell? "20 years, really?" It doesn't show how I use the references. It's got all my references in there, and basically I just I mean, if I'm doing an explosion or whatever, I'll just open it up. Hold on a sec. I'll show you. I'll show you if I can find on my folders here. So here's one of the folders that's in the reference materials that stick out there on Patreon, and it's just a bunch of stuff that I've collected over the years that's good for certain scenes, and you can open them up in if they're web. How do you even describe it? How do you pronounce it? Webum. I don't know. If it's a Webum, you can just open it up like so in Media Player or whatever, and I mean, whatever player you've got is going to be very good for. I mean, with Media Player Classic, you can just left and right arrow to go through frames, and so you can study things that way. I mean, this scene is ridiculous. I can't show the whole thing because the whole stream will be monetized or demonetized rather, for me showing like 3 seconds of JoJo's. But I mean, yeah, stuff like this is really good for just studying frame by frame. And obviously I do a lot of lasers and explosions. I do a lot of lasers and explosions. So I made a bunch of GIFs back in the day, which pretty good for doing frame by frame. You can really see it's not just a laser. They don't just fire a laser. There's always like something like that first, and then like a whole whiteout on the screen. Maybe a reversal sometimes with like black and then white highlights. Then something crazy like that, and then something like that. And then you actually get to the laser after about 10 frames of like subliminal impact frames. And it's the same, like a laser doesn't just hit something and it explodes. You've got like the silhouette there. You can already like see the cockpit where the beam's going all the way through it there like that. And then there's going to be another flash like so before it explodes. And so, I mean, for TIE Fighter especially, I was doing those kind of like flashes before things explode like constantly. Everything had like 4 or 5 impact frames, and I mean, you can see it all over the place. So it's not just going to fire a beam. It's going to do some crazy stuff first, and then you're going to get your completely black screen. And when you play it like full speed, it looks really good. Same with explosions, actually. I think this one's fairly straightforward, actually. Yeah, things just blow up with no flashes or anything, which is very rare on that one. I mean, once you notice this kind of thing, you can't, like, once it's in your brain, you can't watch an anime without noticing it, even playing it at full screen, full speed rather. Like, you you see all the subliminal, like, you can see all these little black and white bits. Damn, I love missile details like that. But yeah, like, seriously, the detail in 80s explosions was just madness. Madness. Just all these individual little bits of, like, debris and rubble that they draw in by hand. You really don't get that these days. Not that I've noticed, anyway. Maybe there's something that does it, but I haven't seen anything like that. Anyway, let's get back to this. That was from Project Echo, but I can see why you would think it was Macross. It had so many Macross-style missiles in it. Yeah, Project Echo is getting a super beautiful HD transfer very soon. So if you've never seen Project Echo, just like wait a few weeks, and you can get it Blu-ray quality for the first time in history from Discotech, I think. And it's one of those films where it's just so detailed. There's going to be details that I've never seen before. I really need this Blu-ray rip. Indeed, yes. How about that Echo HD? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I did. I've been watching the Echo situation, and the side-by-side stuff they've been showing is just, it's night and day, isn't it? It's just so good. That HD transfer is just so nice. I normally don't care that much, but oh yeah, there's so much old anime that I really want to get that same treatment. I mean, Project Echo's got like loads of visual gags and stuff that you can't see on the dodgy VHS, like the VHS transfer, so it's going to be nice seeing all those details again, or rather seeing them for the first time. I think Maki will be joining us tonight. I believe she's out doing some stuff at the moment. I heard about the Macross situation as well. Yeah. How long has it been now? The Reign of Terror. How many Gold's reign of terror might finally be over? They've been holding on to those Macross rights since the Robotech days, and we've just not been able to really to get any Macross other than a Robotech outside of Japan, which has been, you know, a sticking point for anime fans going back to the old 1990s convention days when I was going to conventions. And it seems that some kind of deal has finally been struck, and they might now be able to release actual Macross in the West. You know, actual Macross that people want to see, and not just ancient Robotech crap. I think that, yeah, they're never gonna relinquish the rights. They're still going to get money from it, I would imagine. But if people could see Macross 7, like I would be very happy for them to see Macross 7. It's my favourite anime TV series. But I was downstairs, I was talking to my housemate about it earlier, saying, you know, Macross 7 was made in 1995. It's really good. It's really, really good, but the art and the animation aren't really anything to write home about, and the story's very straightforward. You know, anime now, it all seems to be, you know, like Attack on Titan and Promised Neverland and stuff that's, you know, airing currently. It's all like you know, what's the twist kind of thing. It has to have a twist to hook people. I don't think people... I don't think normies who aren't Macross fans are going to be interested in a really straightforward, very, very straightforward Macross show like Macross 7 these days. Thank you, Sandwich Funds. thank you. Nah, no, we all loved Robotech back in the day, people of my age. But I do think we've reached a point where it's outlived its usefulness now. I mean, I'm thankful that it introduced so many people to Macross, but it was never meant to replace Macross, and Harmony Gold made it so that it was Robotech or nothing from the 80s up until 2021, current year. So, I mean, who knows what the situation will be. Just, you know, a world where people can see legally, where they can legally go into a shop and buy Macross 7 and Macross Dynamite 7. Damn, that would be a fine thing. But yeah, I can see the reviews now. I can see the reviews now if it gets released. Like, oh, it's so slow. It's so slow, the same thing happens every episode. I mean, it doesn't. That's one of the memes of Macross 7. The same thing happens every episode. It doesn't. You just have to make it. You have to make it through that initial first 10 episodes and the plot starts going. But yeah, it didn't get to be my favourite TV show of all time for being shit. Oh, thank you. VF1D, really. Trouble is, I don't really have much room. I appreciate it, but I don't really have much room on my shelves and whatnot, so keep it. Indeed, Pokemon, yeah. I mean, it'd be nice if... do they do that? Did they do like a dual on DVDs and things? What is the Pokemon situation? Because I was never really that much into Pokemon. Yeah, I have the Kiseki Macross 2 ones on VHS. Damn, I loved Macross 2. That was my first Macross. No, this is a hand-drawn. This is hand-drawn. This. Is that all the? No, I think there's a couple more areas where. Yeah, there we go. So we need to put black on there, and there. And I'm living dangerously and applying these colours whilst really zoomed out, which is never a good idea. How do you feel about camera movement in 2D animation? I think they overdo it. Like, did you see God of High School? Don't know if anyone in chat saw God of High School, but damn, they were like whipping that camera around all over the place during some of the fight scenes, and then adding like digital motion blur onto the characters in the fight scenes as well. And they didn't need to. They really didn't need to. The animation was really solid in some of those fights, and just like adding all this camera wobble and stuff on top of it just kind of distracted from the animation for me. So I try and keep it to a minimum, but I know some people like it though. Camera movement in TVPaint, you can do it. You can definitely do it. If I'm doing camera movement, I'll I'll render out a scene like this where everything is just still, and then when I'm compositing everything in Sony Vegas, I'll do my camera movements and like slow zooms and stuff in there. I like to have like a clean one going out of TVPaint, and then I'll mess around with it in Vegas if I'm gonna do anything like that. What brush do I use for my 2D camera movement? I use the camera movement brush. Good, Maison Otaku, good. No, I know a lot of people do, they do all of the camera movements and everything in the animation program. Like, I know a lot of people would, you know, just do stuff straight out of Flash, for instance. But I'm not confident enough for that, so I'll just render stuff out and composite it in Vegas. Because After Effects, I tried After Effects and it just kept crashing on me. I mean, it is Adobe, so that's to be expected. Really? Megami's coming back, is she? The queen of voice acting. I think Megami Hayashibara and what's the name? Kotono Mitsushi? I always call her Kotono Excel because Excel Saga. There's an easier way. There is an easier way than learning voice actor names. This is something me and Zach always do. Is you just name them after their most iconic role. So, for instance, Cell. I have trouble remembering his name sometimes. You know, the voice of Bison and Cell. But we're always like, oh yeah, Cell's in this. I see Cell's in this one. Norio Wakamoto. Cell's in this. And talking to Macro 7, I think it was one of his first roles. The guy who plays Gamlin. The guy who plays Gamlin in Macro 7 has just like gone on to do voices in like everything. You hear him in every anime ever pretty much, but he'll always just be Gamlin to me. He'll always be Gamlin to me. Yeah, so the sounds I do in, like, especially if I'm lip syncing and whatnot, I will, if you drag this down, you've got your sound thing here, so you can just load the soundtrack into here, and then I'll now animate the mouth movements to it in here, then I'll render this out, so it'll be the animation with the sound, stick that into Sony Vegas, and yeah, I've got my sound. I mean, I don't do it for sound effects, I just do it for, you know, dialogue. And then all the sound effects and whatnot I'll do in Sony Vegas. But yeah, actual lip syncing has been fun. Because previously I didn't really do any. I did some in that Doctor Who anime short that I did all those years ago. But it was mostly just, you know, anime lip flap, like not even trying to approximate actual vowels and things. Whereas with this one, TIE Fighter didn't have any talking. This one has loads of talking, so it's been interesting. Kotono sushi. Yeah, I'll often go back. I'll often go back and add in extra scenes and things, definitely. So quite often is the answer. Alright, is that all the black ink in? I think it is. Let's see. Yeah, alright. So we just need to add this highlight on the visor here, and I think we're done for this one. And then do this on a separate layer, so I can use this one as my mask. Yeah. The R-Type one had talking in, didn't it? Yeah. And I think that was kind of. I mean, it wasn't just here are some random mouth movements like you get in anime. I think it was sort of maybe like half lip synced, maybe. This one's properly lip synced, or at least I hope it is. I hope it is. You'll have to see what you think when the film is out. The full film. Yes, after this one on stream, I think we'll do. Where is it? Yeah, this one. I think we'll do this one. So I've already like shaded one of the frames. So it's the same as how we did the other one, really. Oh, thank you, Executor Dragon. You sent me a load of money. That is very kind. Thanks. Is this like? Can anyone see it? Is this bar actually moving? Is it stuck? Because I kind of get the feeling. Hold on a sec. Let me take a look. I kind of get the feeling that we've actually hit this goal. So it's on 88% right now. So that $20 just went through from Dragon, but it didn't. It hasn't affected the bar at all, though, has it? I'm pretty sure we've hit that goal already, though. Has anyone noticed it move at all? Oh, it did go from 87 to 90. Okay. Oh yeah. There's a lot of good remixes. Well, okay, I'll keep an eye on it. Maybe I do have to restart it between streams though, or something. Yeah. But yeah, I very much appreciate that donation to the cause. Thank you. Oh, okay. Huh. cut it up for mocap, really? Oh, that's actually a very good point, isn't it? That's actually a very good point. I did not change back from the AFK screen. Damn. Okay, sorry about that, chat. I was just like, I was just diligently going away here at plugging away at these highlights. No one could see my diligent work. I think what I need, and it's almost time, I think what I need is a coffee. We should do a coffee break maybe. Get some coffee down me, that'll wake me up. we do, don't we? Wow, thank you for another 20 bucks. Yes, I've heard of Zoids. So here's the thing with Zoids is that I know that it had like it was like a really early CG animated anime series it had, didn't it? And so I've never watched Zoids apart from like a couple of clips. But I'm so old that I was out when the I was out. I existed. I was born. I was a kid when the actual toys that all the stuff was based off came out, and so I had quite a few Zoids when I was growing up. I even had Zoidzilla actually. That was an absolute beast to build when you're a kid. But yeah, I collected the bad guys when I was a kid. Zoids, and there was a game on the Commodore 64, and I think if we look through the remixes, we can probably find some Zoids. Yeah, you got Zoids. We got 4 different Zoids. Here's the Zoids theme tune on the Commodore 64. I need a cape. I remember the spider one. I had the there was like a really cool slug one. There was like a slug one with a big cannon inside it. What else? There was like wasn't there like a snail as well? Pretty sure there was a snail. Because they came in different sizes, didn't they? And like different complexity depending on size. So you could have the smallest ones that were just, you wound them up and they barely walked across your table. And you could get like some much more complicated ones that were bigger. And then like the ridiculously complicated ones that were huge. So yeah, I'm wondering if we need a shadow on the ship to anchor this character to the ship a bit. If we do, I'm not going to do it on stream because it's going to take a lot of concentration and I probably won't be able to talk because it's going to be 108 frames of shadow, so we'll see. I mean, you could always so here's our layer with the color on it, so we could just duplicate that, move it down a bit. In fact, let's do it more like that. This doesn't always work. This is the cheap alternative to drawing in a shadow. So we'll move that down on all the frames like so. And then effects, color adjust. Crank the brightness all the way down like so. Apply that. So this works for some things, like when someone stood against a perfectly straight wall or something, but I don't think it's going to work here because there's so many, there's so much geometry going on. Oh, thank you again. I feel really bad because you keep throwing money at me and asking me these questions, and my answer's always like, no, not really. So I haven't watched Kong vs Godzilla, and I mean, I watched a few when I was a kid. I always liked the ones with Mechagodzilla in, but obviously, you know, when you're a kid, you can't see them in Japanese. It's always the really, really terrible dubs. So yeah. I do want to watch some Godzilla films though. I really should. So I mean, we've got like a temporary placeholder shadow that is all right, I guess, but it's not doing the job that we need it to do. Like we want a solid black shadow that's properly moving across the surfaces, and that kind of thing I just have to do by hand. Really, another Mechagodzilla to add to the collection. So yeah, all right, and we'll call this done. We'll call this done for now. We'll do a coffee break. Characters move a bit stiff though. Yeah. I've always had problems with that. This is, I think this is the problem with being self-taught rather than actually, you know, learning from the fundamentals and everything. The whole squash and stretch stuff, I'm just not really that good at. Everyone, I hope everyone saw Venus Wars. That's another masterpiece. I mean, thankfully Venus Wars is, you can see that on Blu-ray, so proper, like full quality with all that beautiful picture grain, all that film grain on it. Oh, delicious. Only what's had a hardware store employee for a gig in any blown way. Who knows? Who knows what the future holds? Anyway, all right. We'll do a coffee break. I'll see you back here in mere moments, as soon as my kettle boils. In the meantime, have a look at this.
A very special cup of coffee, a new standard in richness, a new standard in pureness, blended together to give a new standard in smooth. The Gold Blend standard. Only from Nescafe.
It's only memories of Earth and the rich smell of this coffee that keeps my spirits up. Coffee. At least we'll reach our destination soon. Coffee. You make a fine cup of coffee. You've made my day.
Are you taking your coffee break now, Alan?
Yeah, that's right. You want some? Coffee. and I had to go make coffee for two. Hurry up, would you? My coffee's starting to cool off. Coffee, my salvation from my day-to-day drudgery. Coffee. A little bitter, but still an excellent blend.
Boy, he should switch to decaf.
Hello. I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm having a dinner party and I've run out of coffee.
Come in.
Thank you.
Will Gold Blend be too good for your guests?
Oh, I think they could get used to it.
It's a very sophisticated coffee.
They have very sophisticated taste.
Do they?
Yes. Well, I must be getting back.
Now, golden roasted, richer, smoother, Nescafe Gold Blend.
Have you met your new neighbor yet?
Oh, I've popped in for coffee.
Come on, Dad.
You're playing Vicky, not Andre Agassi.
Don't be so sure.
Agassi.
Hi, call me Andre.
Nescafe, Andre?
You bet. Nescafe sure is coffee at its best. That's the best thing served to me all week. Who's up for doubles?
The best days are Nescafe days.
今結構忙しいんだろ？そういえば例の歌の歌詞はでき…
私はあなたが好き。
Days looking new and bright, and you're gonna start it right. Folgers starting to brew, the aroma's calling you. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
Mornings are brighter with mountain-grown Folgers because mountain-grown coffee has more enticing aroma than any other kind.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
Please enjoy this footage of velvety smooth beans, followed by a well-shot close-up of a hot brown liquid that's brewed by mixing heated water.
All over the world, the word for great coffee flavor is Nescafe.
We're the world's favorite brand of instant coffees.
In America, Nescafe's great flavor comes two ways.
We're the world's best-selling too.
Nescafe Regular in the red label.
If Nescafe can please the whole wide world.
And now Nescafe Decaffeinated in the green label.
We can sure please you.
Same kind of flavor. Nescafe Regular, Nescafe Decaffeinated. What's your pleasure?
お嬢さん方を応接室に。
はい。
美味しいコーヒーを入れましょうかね。美味しいコーヒーができましたよ。
I only showed you that to remind you you desperately need your fix.
男の温度が上がった。飲んで飲んでまた飲みたい。缶入りコーヒーウエスト。
Go West.
いつもそばにいてね。
ボス、私のそばにいてね。ボス、決して私見捨てないでお願い。Boss, I can't live without you. Boss, I can't live without you.
Boss, いつもそばにいてね。Boss, 私のそばにいてね。Boss, 決して私見捨てないでお願い。Boss, I can't live without you. Boss, I can't live without you.
A very special cup of coffee. A new standard in richness. A new standard in pureness. Blended together to give a new standard in smooth. The Gold Blend standard. Only from Nescafe.
It's only memories of Earth and the rich smell of this coffee that keeps my spirits up. Coffee. At least we'll reach our destination soon. Coffee. You make a fine cup of coffee. You've made my day.
You taking your coffee break now, Alan?
Yeah, that's right. You want some? Coffee. And I had to go make coffee for two. Hurry up, would you? My coffee's starting to cool off. Coffee, my salvation from my day-to-day drudgery. Coffee. A little bitter, but still an excellent blend.
Boy, you should switch to decaf.
Hello. I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm having a dinner party and I've run out of coffee.
Come in.
Thank you.
And we're back. We have returned. Alright, I'm going to watch it through one more time. And by one more time, you know, I mean like 2 or 3 times. And then we will move on to our next item for the evening. The coffee clips, they really do make the stream, don't they? They really do. Alright, so we got 3 frames. We got 3 frames here, look, where only the hand moves, so the shading stays the same. But if I extend, as you can see, it has the lines. It has the lines for the hand on there as well. So let's just get rid of that. Right, one moment, chat. There we go. That should do it, shouldn't it? Oh! There we go. There we go. So this is all going to have to be sorted out, but that's okay. We can sort it out. Let's just clear this stuff up. Alright, so that needs to go. So it's a bit of messing about, but it does mean we don't have to redo all of this shading down here. It just means I have to fix up this hand, which is, that's quicker. That is much quicker. I'm glad I could reignite your interest in old hentai. Perhaps when Maki arrives, you can get her opinion on the hentai with the most artistic merit. Oh, the light source in the pod clips is from above and left, isn't it? So shadows would be beneath her and to the right. This is different. This is a different shot. This is in a corridor. His nuke the CCP to get me demonetized in China. Did you hear? I mean, I imagine watching. If you're watching my stuff, you probably have a passing interest in Star Wars. So I don't know how many people here watch Eckhart's Ladder's channel. But did you hear about the demonetization problems he was having? I was watching his latest videos about it and just kind of nodding along in sympathy because, you know, yeah, I know that feel. Basically, some music company heard the or like used their automated algorithm or whatever, and heard the end song that he uses, like the intro music that he uses to begin and end his videos, and they were like, oh, whoa, that came out of nowhere, thanks for the subscribe. And so yeah, they just heard it and decided, well, we own that now, and went around monetizing all of his videos, even though they didn't actually own or have anything to do with the song that he was using. And the song that he was using, he had permission to use by the person who'd made it. So there's a bunch of that. There's a bunch of that on YouTube, like these music licensing companies, and most of them just seem to be like total scams, who just like go around sending messages to people saying, you're using our copyrighted music, well, we're gonna, you know, just basically just doing false copyright claims and monetizing people's videos that they have no right to be monetizing. And I've had a bunch of that. Like every stream I do, I'll get a few notices from YouTube afterwards saying, you know, we've received a claim from so-and-so music group because you used 3 seconds of this song and they own it, so they're putting ads on it and monetizing your stream. And you know, I don't mind losing the money because it's a stream, and how much money are you gonna make on the stream? Like, not much if you're me. But I do mind people who didn't put in any work whatsoever, like falsely claiming other people's work. Like, if any of these Commodore 64 composers claimed the music in it, I'd be like, well, you made the music. You're completely entitled to the funds from it. Even if these are remixes, they still did the original, so I wouldn't be pissed off or anything. It'd just be a matter of course, wouldn't it? Alright, we got that hand done. Where's the... What? Oh, okay. Alright, so let's continue then, and we'll move backwards to begin with and start shading from here backwards. I wish I could do a full series of the TIE Squadron. Thank you, Dragzoon WRE. Look, Mackie's here. Mackie, have you noticed that people donate money and it doesn't seem to affect? Let me full screen it so I can see. No, it is affecting it. It is affecting it. It's up to $102 now. So it is moving. Yeah, it is moving. Sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about. I've got the screen minimized, so I guess I can't really see it. It just looks like it's been stuck at that point forever. I'm just showing $90. It's showing 102 for me. Maybe it hasn't caught up yet. Anyway, let's get doing this. Start with something easy like this here. Is your family a famous TV production family? No, that's alright. That's alright, distract. Tips and stuff, donations are always appreciated, but they're not mandatory by any stretch of the imagination. Although we've been down quite a bit on Patreon this month, so they certainly help. It's curves like this. Keeping curves like this consistent is always a bit of a problem for me. Yeah, I think if you do donate through Streamlabs and stuff, then YouTube don't get any of the money for one thing, and I think it goes straight towards any donation goal or whatever. Like, for instance, it was at $90 and now it's at 102. So I think YouTube already like deducted like $8 for themselves from that or something, because that was a $20 donation, wasn't it? But it didn't reflect that on the actual goal there. Ah, there we go. Hold on, let me full screen that. So it's at 102 now. So that should go up to 103 in a second. But it hasn't yet. Huh. I mean, either way, we always check the amount after the stream on PayPal and whatnot, so we can see how much actually came in. And so yeah, if it's met the goal, then we'll just go ahead and buy the thing. It would be nice though, it would be nice to see it actually updating in real time. I think you're looking at the goal and not the current number. Because it is changing though, the goal, I think. Oh, I'm right. So last stream I would have said I'm 41. Then I went home. I was at the family home last week and hung out with my uncle a bit, and he said, "How old are you now?" I said 41. And he was like, "Hold on, you were born in 1978, so you're 43." And I was like, "Oh shit, I'm actually 43. Oh, it's gone up. Okay. So yeah, I'm older than I even thought. I think my mind was trying to protect me from just how old and decrepit I am. Thank you. Thank you. Hold on, let me yes, yeah, look at that. That goal is up there now. It's almost there, isn't it? It's a 99%. 99%. We're doing it, lads. Lads and lasses. What, born in 1980? It's a pretty good year. I'm not a fan of the 70s so much, but I don't mind being born in the late 70s because, you know, you don't really start noticing stuff and thinking until you're about, what, 3 or 4? So I missed the start of the 80s. But I do remember most of the mid to late 80s, and what a time to be alive. Whoa! Thank you. Thank you. Surely that is yes. No? Or maybe it hasn't updated yet. But anyway, that's done it though. That's done it. We're surely at the amount now. Very soon. I wonder about that. Like, because we don't have that in English, do we? You don't suddenly, when you become a certain age, like when you become old, you don't suddenly start changing your speech pattern like in Japanese. You don't suddenly switch to old Japanese for old people. So at what age in Japan does a person go, yeah, I'm ancient now, I'm just going to change my speech pattern? Right after Shrek hit the box office. I think in Japan you get a letter saying, well, you're 60 now, you have to start saying Samui no and sticking noja at the end of every sentence. Yutai subeki jatta no. Yeah, it's a bittersweet pill being old. Like I got to live through the golden age of arcades and anime, and it was great. But on the other hand, I'll be in my 50s in a few years, and I mean, I guess you're only as old as you feel, but still. Still, it isn't great whenever the birthday comes around and you're like, oh damn, another year. Queen, speaking of the Queen, her husband died very recently, like yesterday, was it? Prince Philip's gone. So if I had some booze here, I would drink one for the Queen, but I don't have any booze here. Maybe she'll upload herself onto the cloud and be watching over us always with her disapproving stare. Every Christmas, when my grandma and granddad were around, every Christmas during Christmas lunch, the Queen's speech would be on, and my granddad would, because we always had booze around the Christmas table, and he would always stand up and say, "One for the Queen," and we'd all have to like toast the Queen. Oh, fantastic times. He was being ironic, but I wasn't, I guess. I mean, I don't feel like I'm in my 40s, but I mean, who can tell when I'll start feeling the age? I have not seen the Diaclone adverts. I mean, I know the whole situation behind how it came to be and all that, but no, I haven't seen the ads. Damn, I was excited when Transformers first came out. And you know, like the original Transformers that had like metal parts and everything that weren't just cheap plastic. I always wanted Megatron, but they didn't have Megatron in any shops around me. Greek benefits cheats. Well, now that the conspiracy theories are out, perhaps one week on Saturday night, well, Friday night shading, we'll get David Icon to tell us about the lizard people and the moon matrix. I'll have a live stream where Jesse Ventura and David Icke go at it live on stream whilst I just happily just like colour in the background, oblivious. Not so much kids TV. Like I like to be free. I like to be free to have all the swearing and blood that the plot calls for. Yeah, I'll be there at the retirement home talking about Gundam, and it'll turn out that it was all in my head, that there was never such a thing. Anime never existed. It's all just like a Alzheimer's delusion. Is he talking about his Japanese cartoons again? Is this too lewd for a stream? We're basically adding the shading curve of an ass live on stream on a official day of mourning in the UK for the royal family. I don't know if we should be shading asses live. Oh, there's a gap. There's a gap. Oh, there's still a gap. Ugh. Bane of my existence, gaps. And yours too, once you start filling in colours. I'm using TVPaint. TVPaint is what I'm using. This stream is sponsored by TVPaint and Raid Shadow Legends, and also the Ridge Wallet. where you can so if you use the code OtaKing7 you can get a free epic champion on Raid Shadow Legends, and you can keep it in your Ridge wallet. And just make sure to use NordVPN when downloading Raid Shadow Legends to keep your online security safe. Your NordVPN password you can keep in your Ridge wallet. Exactly, yeah. You can use code OtaKing7 to get your free trial of Skillshare, where you can learn how to use your Ridge wallet to store all of your NordVPN passwords and your epic champions for Raid Shadow Legends. And if you want more, you can also get 10% off the Great Courses Plus by using the code OtaKing is Talking Bullshit 7 to get a month free. And the Raycon earbuds, which let's not forget the Raycon earbuds. The reason you should get them is because some celebrities really like them, like Cardi B and the Joker from Batman, and they were created by Ray J. This is all stuff that I've heard from numerous sponsorship segments on people's videos. I don't know who these people are. I just know that that's why you should wear your Raycons. Mackie, are Raycons any good? Noise cancelling earbuds that celebrities really like, supposedly. Raycon is also the upcoming convention for fans of the character Rei Ayanami from Evangelion. If you use the code OtaKing7707777, you can get 10% off your convention membership for Raycon Shadow Legends, coming this summer in various countries. My Hero Academia, I've never seen it, never watched it. I know it's going to be 100,000 episodes long, so never watched it. Oh, good luck with that. Perhaps if you use your if you use the promo code OtaKing7, you can get 10% off your account there, Tamaki. My favourite raid champion is I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. No idea at all. The Ridge Wallet is my favourite raid champion, I think. Carries the whole team to victory. I will. I'll make sure I use it. Alright, we're getting there, look, we're getting there. making progress. This is Zoids as well, isn't it? I think this is another Zoids remix. Yes, this is Arabian Zoids. Yes, this is the Abe of Arabia remix. It's Arabian Zoids. It was indeed Winamp. You see, when you find perfection, when you find the perfect music player, perfect animation software, why would you ever use anything else? When you find a food that you really like, why would you order anything else when you go to a restaurant? That's my philosophy. Never try new things. It's a serious philosophy. I'm hoping it'll catch on. Never try new things. When you find something that's good, never change. You can learn more about this on Skillshare. It is. Arabland. It's claimed the whole stream. Yeah, that's the thing with remixes, isn't it? Like, I very much doubt anyone involved in this remix knows anything about the Arabic language. So, who was singing and what were they saying? Like, did they just grab it off an advert? Who knows? I could probably find out if I went to Remix 64 and looked up the information for this song. There's a really good remix for Stormlord, yeah, it's Stormlord, and it's got. I normally don't like remixes with vocals because they can be really cheesy. Like when you start putting lyrics to like instrumentals, it can get really cheesy. But this Stormlord one in particular, it has a bunch of lyrics and they're in Italian, I believe, and it sounds great. But I wonder, like, does it only sound great because I don't know any Italian at all? Is what she's singing about super cringy? Is it like totally random? Did they just get it off an advert? Like, I don't know. I'll play it after this one. Oh, do you think it's unfair that your recent projects don't get as much attention as they deserve, aka as much as the Star Wars one? Nah, not really. I mean, I think it's probably just the way things go, that because Star Wars is so popular. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. No, absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. The artwork's fantastic. I've seen it maybe twice, I think, Angel's Egg. And I don't understand what it means. I'm sure it means something. But I haven't got a clue what it is. So stuff like that, I just treat it like a David Lynch film and just enjoy it for the ride. And, like, you know, you don't really have a chance of working out what the meaning is. So I'm glad you saw it though. I'm gonna watch it again maybe this weekend, I think. Anyway, I was saying, just the fact that it was Star Wars, the TIE Fighter animation, just means that it's already going to be way more popular than anything else I ever do in my life, unless I do another Star Wars thing. So this film I'm working on now isn't Star Wars, but it is, without spoiling what it is, and if you know, I'm sure most of you probably know what it is just from looking at the backgrounds and stuff, but you know, don't spoil it. Anyway, it's something quite popular. It's based on a fairly popular movie franchise. But I don't think it's gonna get more than 1 million views. And TIE Fighter's sitting on, what, like 11 million or something? I don't think I'm ever gonna do anything that tops that. Because it's Star Wars, you know, it's just like, it's Star Wars. Just look at fan films online. The Star Wars ones always have like millions of views, no matter the quality. I imagine if I did something like Marvel Cinematic Universe related, maybe that would like get a load of views, maybe. I'm not sure. But I'm not really interested in that, unfortunately. So it's one of those things. It's not just animation, it's just like it's art in general, isn't it? Where if you want loads of exposure and you want people to be like retweeting your art and talking about it, you've just got to do fan art. You just say goodbye to doing anything like any like original story or whatever. You just got to do fan art. You got to do fan animations. So it's always a constant struggle between, do I want loads of people to see my stuff, or do I want to do something that I'm really interested in right now? And I generally pick I want to do something that I'm really interested in, even though it's not going to get any views. X-Arm, it's obviously the anime of the season, isn't it? It's a new era. It's a new era. Did I watch Clone Wars Season 6? I did. I thought it was a pretty good ending. I mean, it's got the same problem a lot of Clone Wars has, where when it's good, it's really good. And then after some like really, really good like multi-part, multi-episode arc, suddenly they'll be like, okay, now it's time for some comedy droid episodes. And you'll get like a four-part comedy droid like slapstick episode right after the clones have learned that they've all got chips in their heads that's going to make them like kill all their Jedi mates or whatever. The tonal whiplash in that show is just, damn it. Just like, I don't know, show me more Darth Maul. Oh really? In Bastard? It's only 6 episodes, isn't it? A Bastard OVA? I don't remember any. Do you know why the map of study was created? I don't. I mean, I would like to do a Transformers short. Like super detailed. More detailed than Transformers the movie, kind of. Just ridiculousness. It would only be about 5 minutes long, but I'd love to do it. But yeah, I'm just so busy right now. Your mother was partially responsible for what? For Star Wars? I met Mon Mothma at a convention in Germany, and she said I looked like a young Harrison Ford, which was very, very nice. I took that as a compliment. So we'll do this wire, this cable last. That's on a separate layer up here. If I met Hayden Christensen, I think I'd ask him to sign a bag of sand, like a little bag of sand. Oh really? You tried dried watermelon? Let me know if you want to come on the stream, Mackie. We can talk about the film. We can give some cryptic details away. No, I don't like sand. Okay, yeah, see you later. Feel free to pass my Twitter out if you like. Oh, that's okay. Taking care of cats is very important. Making sure cats don't poop everywhere. As someone with many sand friends, like I used to live in Skegness, which is a seaside town, so you know, I was a big friend of the sand. I was on the sand all the time. So I can't be racist against sand. I pulled the some of my best friends are grains of sand card right there. And Sandly no. It's like poetry, it rhymes. Look, only sand people move in single file like that. The white gap on the inner arm is actually it's the glowy pole on the other side, but yeah, I know what you mean, because it's just, it looks like a mistake, doesn't it? If you play it back at full speed, it kind of looks alright, I guess. But for those first few frames, it looks like a mistake, so I might cover it up for those first few frames, maybe, even though technically it's correct. Yeah, maybe the glow will fix it. Indeed, you gotta be very careful with streams not to say anything too spicy. Why, thank you. Banana chips. Banana chips. I'm gonna buy some bananas tomorrow and make one of those healthy shakes with spinach and banana and whatnot in it. And that's my food plan for tomorrow. I don't know why I'm sharing that. Indeed, absolute mad lads. Just sit there shooting things. What is this? Is this Ocean Loader 3? Yeah. So obviously amongst the elderly, amongst me, you know, nowadays it's the big argument is which one's better, Marvel or DC. For me, the big fight is always going to be which is better, the Ocean Loading Music 3 or Ocean Loading Music 4. We got a bunch of Ocean Loader 3s. We've even got an Ocean Loader 2. How about number 4, the one that everyone my age remembers? Every game you bought by Ocean would have this whilst it loaded. It was on RoboCop and Batman and everything. Project Ito? No. No, I've never even heard of that. Not last week, but the week before, I did watch Blade Runner, the final cut, followed by those Blade Runner 2048 shorts, and then I watched 2048 all in one day. So it was a bit of a Blade Runner weekend a couple of weeks ago. Long, very long. Not as long as, you know, watching the 3 Lord of the Rings in one day, which I've done a few times. But yeah, it was a lengthy one. Indeed, yeah. The 80s came back, didn't they? Very nice. A lot of people got a bit salty about it. They were like, this isn't real 80s. This is, you know, this is just like kind of cheapened version of the 80s. But yeah, I like it. I like it. I like all the 80s style synth pop that came out and everything. Obviously, you know, stuff like Ready Player One and whatnot was kinda cynical, I guess. But I did enjoy it for what it was worth, the book. I guess. When it wasn't just pages of I remember this stuff. I mean, it was alright. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't as terrible as people made out, I don't think, the book, but it definitely had its problems. Oh, the Amstrad, yeah. Really, there's a second one. Well, like Huey said, it's hip to be square. It's quite a divisive work, isn't it? Like, people seem to like it or hate it. Alright, let's try shading this hand. I love the soundtrack to Jaguar and the Mega CD. This is the Game Over theme. When the Game Over music is so good that you stick it on your CD player. Ooh, well, that's an interesting question. I actually don't think anything about it is underrated, because it's such like a ridiculously appreciative fan community, because it's so small that you know, practically every Commodore 64 musical composition has had some kind of remix or something, to the point where, you know, they're looking to crack tunes and fan produced things to remix now, because they've already done all of the games that, you know, the official good music. So yeah, I think it's been thoroughly appreciated, which is nice. Yeah, it doesn't matter like what your favorite game is on the Commodore 64. You can easily find 2 or 3 remixes easily, if even the most obscure game. In live action, yeah, they just do some digital trickery, wouldn't they? From my perspective, I'd have to watch it again to tell you what I thought Angel's Egg was about. I remember at the time I watched it, I was a teenager, and I thought, this is about absolutely nothing. This looks nice and has no meaning whatsoever outside of it's just really nice looking, which is fine by me. Like I'll watch stuff that means nothing if it looks nice. I mean, it probably has some meaning to Mamoru Oshii though. He's probably done an interview and said it's about loneliness or some kind of, you know, sort of a metaphor for human consciousness or something. I don't know. I'm not good with the cerebral stuff. Because I'm very, very dumb. Yeah, definitely, Mac, yeah. I mean, anime, for instance, there's always going to be some anime that's just totally overlooked. Some old, like, classic that is just fantastic by every single standard, but for whatever reason, no one's really heard of it, or it never did very well. Like Toy, for instance. Like, Toy is completely underrated. But yeah, not so with Commodore stuff. There's a big community that just like really likes all of the Commodore stuff. So yeah, like you say, I don't really know of any other things like that really. That doesn't just devolve into arguments about this company's better or this company's better. Like that is crazy. The arguments that you see between Marvel and DC fans, and I'm just there thinking they're both the same to me. They're both just superhero movies, you know? I mean, I get that Zack Snyder's meant to be like a genius or whatever, and he did 300, didn't he? I really, really liked the look of 300, and I kind of wish he'd do more stuff like that. But yeah, like getting that fanatic about stuff. But again, I'm kind of talking out of my ass because I was that fanatic about anime for a long time. I was like, anime is the only legit art form. This is when I was a teenager and very cringy. And yeah, the whole Nintendo versus Sega thing. I was a Sega guy when I was a teenager. I wanted to see Nintendo crash and burn. I wanted to see them out of business just because they were going up against they were the rivals to the company that I loved. Because I just grew up with Sega. Sega didn't know who I was. Sega didn't give a shit about me. But yeah, fanaticism, you can easily get sucked into it no matter what it is. Being an Englishman, I see it with especially with like all the football hooligans that we got over here. Their meaning and entire reason for living is just dependent on how well their football team's doing. It just seems bizarre to me. It seems absolutely bizarre. I have, yeah. I have noticed. I've finished projects and then noticed bits that I missed. And at that point, I'm just like, well, if it took me this long to notice, hopefully no one else noticed. Catgirl Nuku Nuku is fantastic. Fantastic. I want to watch it again. It's one of my favourite character designers. Did it actually? Did the character designs. No, I'm not really up to date on the modern manga. Yeah. I mean, I think, you know, the football stuff is often just an excuse to go and fight people. To get on a train, go to a foreign country and like just beat people up. And that's the most exciting thing. It's the most exciting part of their month or whatever. And I would hate to live like that, and yeah, I don't know. Never seem to see that with American football. I mean, I could be wrong because I don't follow it that much, but people don't go around killing each other, fans of different teams, do they? Not that I know of. I am watching I think it's the second season of That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. That's my feel-good, wholesome anime of the season. You know, once you just accept that you're never going to get anything that looks super detailed like Angel Cup or whatever ever again. At that point, I realised that now that I wasn't looking forward to anything anymore, I could enjoy the seasonal modern anime stuff. NASCAR, ooh. I think to be a Neo Geo fan, you had to be really rich, didn't you? In order to be able to afford those basically just straight arcade ROM cartridges to put in your home console that for 200 quid a pop. The playlist, yes. That's all in the starter pack on the Patreon. You can have that for $1 if you like. Over on Patreon. I didn't play Outrun 2. I've seen Outrun 2 and it looks really nice, but I never played it. Another wonderful victory for Netflix there. I'm sure their Cowboy Bebop live action is going to be fantastic. Fantastic. The cast will be great. It'll be very respectful and faithful to the anime, I'm sure. No need for us to be cynical about these things. Yes, we need to put that out, don't we? We need to put the update out. It'll have a list of anime that'll take you years to get through if you're looking for any anime recommendations. Yeah, they, like Mackie said, they're all on the YouTube page. I've gathered them all into a playlist to make it easier. I don't know if I want to go near those Berserk movies. I'm really not sure I want to subject myself to that. Of course, the thing I'm really looking forward to is when they make more Edo Manga Sensei that I can watch with Maki. That's good, wholesome watch it with the whole family anime. Indeed! I've never played Phantoms of the Asteroid, but I've heard the music quite a lot. A lot of these games I've never played. Like, a lot of them I have, but a lot of them I've never played. I just know the music really well. Not sure. We'll have to see what its production values are like. We'll have to see if it actually, looks good. I mean, Broly definitely looked better than, looked a lot better than Dragon Ball Super, didn't it? I didn't like when it turned into 3D, when it just went into Dragon Ball FighterZ, the Arc System game. It really sticks out like a sore thumb when you do that after just having shown some like absolute peak 2D fight animation. When you suddenly go into 3D, it really sticks out. But yeah, my problem with that film is I would like more Frieza. I'd like more Frieza in my movie. Thank you. Can't insult Frieza like that. Limited Frieza screen time. Disgusting. But no, it was a pleasant surprise, I thought. Anything modern Dragon Ball, I just kind of expect it to look like absolute shit. So when something looks good, I'm just very pleasantly surprised. I haven't watched a single episode of Super because it just looks so bad to me. Like, sorry, but it just looks terrible to my eyes. People go on about Dragon Ball Z, how it's just stills, it's just the camera just holding on someone's face for an entire episode. It's really not that bad as people remember. And even if it is just the camera holding on someone's face for half an hour, like, that's going to be a really detailed face drawing. Indeed, the expansion pack for you to expand your dong is going to be available very soon. We also have a bunch of other stuff in the works to make the Patreon situation more worthwhile than ever. I know, yeah. Like, I don't really know what's going on in Super, but... we should probably stop talking about it before we make permanent enemies of everyone in South America. It's like the most popular anime of all time over there. What I ask is quite simple, and I really don't know why they can't do it. Just, you can keep the same story if you like. You can just take that Dragon Ball Super script, just go back in time, get the team in the 90s, go back to the 90s, get the team who did Dragon Ball Z, like at the peak of its popularity, just get them to animate it. You don't have to change anything, just animate it like that and draw it like that. I don't want any CG effects when they do Super Saiyan. I want hand-drawn flames around them. What I ask is so simple. Why will no one just build a time machine? Is it that hard? Yeah, bring Bulma's VA back from the dead. I'm not exactly asking the moon here. It's just people aren't dedicated enough. I was watching a video today about Dragon Ball Evolution, which I have unfortunately seen, and it was terrible. But yeah, how Toriyama was so saddened and pissed off by Dragon Ball Evolution that it essentially made him start doing Dragon Ball again, so that the last thing people thought of wouldn't be Dragon Ball Evolution. Exactly. I reject this reality. Hope you're all enjoying extremely painstaking finger shading. I hope this is exciting for you. Look at that. That's held for 2 frames. It's exciting for 33 people. I've heard about this Amazon Prime show, but I have not watched any of it because I got too much slime to watch. Yeah, I do. I do that. Don't have much opportunity to do it in this one because there's only a few. There's 3 frames here where the body is still and the hand's moving, and then there's a couple. There's 2 here where the body is still and the hand's moving. No, 3 actually. Okay. But yeah, the rest of the time the body moves. Oh no, there's a hold there. Okay. Anyway, how's it coming along? It's coming along. Thunderbolt Fantasy. No, my housemate's watching it downstairs, but I haven't really bothered. Just rearranging my screens here. There we go. Oh yeah, I'll definitely be copy pasting everything I can get away with. Yeah, there's a hold there as well. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind 3D anime when it's blatantly 3D and they're not trying to make it, they're not trying to pretend that it's 2D. .3D stuff in Dorohedoro was pretty good, I thought. Like, you know, really stylized stuff like Cassette Girl, I quite like. And I didn't mind Knights of Sidonia at all. Really? What did I miss? It can't escape, I'll find it eventually. Yeah, I mean, it didn't look amazing or anything, but I mean, it was blatantly 3D, so it wasn't trying to pretend to be 2D or whatever, and I thought the story was kind of interesting. Oh, Majestic Prince. Yeah, I remember a long time ago now, that wasn't it? Wasn't that coming out about the same time Valve Rave was? I totally forgot what Majestic Prince was about. Yeah, I don't remember that one at all. I remember all the shit posting on M at the time. That was fun times. I remember for shit posting it was Cross Ange. Cross Ange was the shit posting show of the season. I remember. I actually quite enjoyed that, but maybe it's because everyone was just going on about how absolutely terrible it was that my expectations were so low. Gaps again. I'm just going to assume all of these have gaps. Oh no, I think that's alright. Do I think that Sol Levante's animation is the future, or is it just hype from IG? What, like Studio IG? I've never heard of it. What is it? What is this? Is this a new anime? I have played Deus Ex on the PC. I enjoyed it a lot. It's kind of crazy that such an old game still has like way more open-ended, like it's so many different ways to complete each level, so many different ways that you can go about doing things. And then you have a more recent game like The Outer Worlds comes out, and it's just like incredibly limited in comparison to Deus Ex, which is what, like 1999 or something. No, I haven't. I've been meaning to see the old Grappler Baki for a while, but no, I haven't seen it. Mackie, when are you gonna do your autobiography grappler-mackie with all the fights from your life, school, work. It's an anime presented on Netflix. First true 4K animation. Oh, it's going to be a long time before I start doing stuff in 4K, I tell you. Yeah, I'd pirate grappler-mackie, I think. I vaguely remember that. Okay. Yeah, Deus Ex, fantastic. Obviously some god tier voice acting as well in it. Maybe I'll have a look at Hathaway. I don't really like the art style from what I've seen. It really should be Mikimoto doing those character designs. Some kind of car alarm is going off on the street outside. Don't know if you can all hear that. Okay, it stopped. Well, yes. Yes, it's all about hitting the spacebar. Got some shading in. In fact, I think... What the hell? What happened there? Look at that. An absolute disgrace. Oh, I think I know what happened there. It would be too boring to explain, but I think I know what happened. So what we need to worry about now is when the shading from the front of the body, I mean that's going to be like here, isn't it? So it's here currently, so I guess we want it like around here, but we still want the shadow from the arm. I see, Mackie. Thoughts on computer generated in-between frames? I think that could be a very powerful tool when it has a bit more work done with it. I mean, it would certainly be an absolute godsend for you know, just one-man animators like myself. If they could really like refine it, it could be very good. Come on. That's enough. That's enough out of you. Alright. I'll use it. Don't make me use it. I'll use the gap closer. Who's sorry now? Not me. Oh, need to turn that on again. Once we've got this on, we can turn off the lines and then just... Oh, okay, maybe not. I was gonna say we could just do all this in one go, but... Oh, that's why. Okay. Because we're missing the line here. Once that line's in, I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Think about it every night and day. Oh yeah, look at that. Well, that saves some time. Does it not? Right, so let's just get this bit on. Look at me cheating. Light source is, so you've got, hold on a sec, you got these two things coming from both sides, so pretty much the light is just going to be right in front of her, and everything's just going to be lit from, everything back here is going to be shadow, I guess, which means you'd probably have some light on the side of her arm here, which I will put on. Oh, I was lucky to wake up from that nap. That could have been the end. Could have slept for just 12 hours. So yeah, sometimes multiple layers for stuff like this can help. I mean, you can always just merge them. Always merge them all together in the end like that. Hibernation. see how this is looking. Yeah, it's coming along, isn't it? You have to imagine it with another shade and maybe some highlight on the front. I don't know, I'm getting a bit hungry and tired, so maybe we should call it a day here. I mean, we've only been going for, what, almost 3 hours, but yeah, maybe a shorter one tonight, I think. I've heard of it, but I've never seen the Boondocks. Oh, hold on, we need shadow on the inside bit of this. Oh. Yeah, alright. I think that'll do us for now. So thank you for joining me. Thank you, Mackie, for moderating. And we will call it a night here. Updates coming soon to Patreon if you're interested. And yeah, thanks for joining me. I hope you all have a very good sleep. Or a very good afternoon, depending on what time it is for you. And yeah, thanks for throwing money at this donation goal. I don't think the donation goal has hit 100%, but it actually has hit 100%. I'm pretty sure we actually smashed it, so I'll order that green screen stuff tomorrow when I wake up. So thank you all for that. Hopefully by the next stream, next Friday, you'll see the results of our hard goal earnings. But yeah, alright. See you all later on. Bye.